You have to be real with yourself. You have to stop lying to yourself. Welcome everybody back to episode 2 of BeReel365, where honest answers lead to a desired life. So yesterday we talked about being satisfied and content. Today, along the same lines, today's question is this: have you achieved your life goals? If you haven't yet, what are things that you are currently doing to achieve those goals? This is interesting for me. I always want to answer these questions for myself, right? And share that with you all. My life goals have changed. And I think that you always hear life coaches and people in that realm, they always tell you, what are your 1-year goal, 5-year goal, 10-year goal, right? And for me, that's very hard to define because life, at least for me, is constantly changing. I literally have no idea what's going to happen 1 year from now, let alone even 6 months from now. So how then am I able to project out 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, right? I think you can have macro, big goals, overall goals, but very definable goals. I don't think you can set a 1 year, 5 year, 10 years. Now, with that said, I do think, and this is an offshoot, and then I'll get to my answer. I do think that, and this is honestly something I haven't done yet. I'm very much looking forward to do it, and once I do it, I'll let you know. Is saying 1 year from now. So instead of setting a goal, I want to achieve this, right? Because that's lofty and you can disconnect yourself from it mentally and subconsciously. And I think that's why a lot of people don't achieve their goals, is because they think the idea of just saying the goal, it gets them to the goal, which is not true. You need to take action on it and that sort of thing. But thinking about, what do I want my life to look like 1 year from now? So this is something that I've read before in plenty of places. I've heard it from people plenty of times, but I haven't done it yet, but I'm going to do it, is literally writing down exactly what one day in your life would look like 1 year from now. What you want your life to look like, a day in your life to look like 1 year from now. Super detailed. From the moment you wake up, what kind of bed you wake up in, what kind of environment you wake up in, exactly what you do, how you feel, how you look, and do that all throughout the day. The smells maybe that you have, if you drink coffee or tea or water or whatever it is, what you eat, who you're with, not with, super, super detailed. So a day in the life 1 year from now of what you want your life to look like. That's something I'm very much looking for. I'm almost scared. I have a tendency to overthink things, and I think that's why I haven't done it yet, to be quite honest. But I am going to do it, and when I do it, I'll let you all know, either on here, through this platform, or maybe in a blog post, or something like that. So my answer to this is my goals have changed, and the only goal that's really stayed the same is I want to own my own business. So that's what I'm in the process of doing. I've been in the process of doing it for 4 years now. I've never liked working for someone else. Never. I've gotten fired from, I think, 13 different jobs. That's not an exaggeration. And I used to think there was something wrong with me. But now I definitely don't think that. Now I'm very self-aware to know that it wasn't that I was just terrible at those jobs. I just didn't want to be there. I just don't like putting my time and energy into building someone else's dream. That just doesn't make sense to me. And why people do that day in and day, actually I'll tell you why people do that. It's because we've grown up. I'm 38 now. My generation has grown up, and even the generation now, for the most part, has grown up hearing constantly, you need to go to high school, graduate, go to college, graduate, get a great job, and work for 40 years, and hopefully you retire with money. That just doesn't happen nowadays. It's just not something that happens in our day and age anymore. College is becoming less and less needed, and then the job force is becoming less and less secure, and retirement is becoming less and less secure, and money in general, and just the debt people have, and it's just as crazy. Like, to me, it just does not, like, I literally hate going into a job every single day. I hate being in the traffic. I hate going to work with people I don't like. I hate going to work for bosses that I don't like, at a job that I don't like. It literally like makes me feel dead inside to have to walk into a job. I just don't like it. I would much rather spend that time and energy building my own dream, doing what I can to build my own dream, than to be building someone else's. I know that there's some of you out there that are like that. I know that there are some of you that are watching this that that hate getting up every single day and go to a job that you don't like, to work with people you don't like, for a boss you don't like. I don't get what you think, that you have to stay in that, but you don't have to stay in that. You don't have to stay. Listen to me. You don't have to stay in that. You don't make a change because you're so damn scared that it's not going to work if you decide to do something different. Now, don't do it like me, because when I left my job 4 years ago, I left with literally no plan in place whatsoever. I had no money in the bank at all. And I said, I am done. I was bartending. I literally walked in one night, super pissed off to be there. And it showed on my face and in my actions. And I literally just middle of the shift, I said, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I think it was on a Friday night, busy as hell. I just couldn't do it. It's just not me. I know that not everybody's built to be a business owner or an entrepreneur. I understand that. And if you enjoy your job, then stay in your job. I'm not saying to everyone, quit your job and start your own business. I believe that's what everyone should do, but obviously not everybody's going to do that, right? So for me, I haven't achieved my life goals. I haven't even begun to achieve my life goals. I actually think that I've just waited so long to try to go after what I want that it's pushed me even further. I've been having this thing lately of like, man, I'm 38 now, and gosh, man, if I'd have just started thinking like this and acting like this when I was 28 or 18 even, man, think about where I'd be now. But you can't think like that. Like, and I have to remind myself of that every single day. Like, you can't think 38 is still super, super young. I still have 40, 50, 60 years, 70 years left. I still have 2 more lifetimes to live. So that's just something I have to remind myself of every single day, literally every single day. Because a lot of times you can think about it and you think about it too much to the point where you're like, oh, I started too late. There's no point in starting, right? And then you just don't do anything. And then you live a life of regret. That's not something I want to do. That's not something I'm going to do. I'm not going to live a life full of regret, wondering 30 years from now, what had happened if I had actually taken the risk to do it. So I've kind of answered the last part of this question. Am I doing something to achieve those goals if I'm not currently achieving those goals? I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, and this is something this is vulnerable as shit to say this. I'm 38, and I compare myself to a lot of friends that are my age or younger, who have houses and cars and they make great money, and I look at that and go, man, what have I done? I literally have done nothing. I own nothing. I don't have 100 grand in the bank. But it doesn't mean that has to be my own story, and that I should just settle for that. Same for you all. You shouldn't compare. You got to stop comparing yourself to other people. And I say that more so to me than I say it for you all. Is you can't look at what other people are doing, because it'll put you in a place where you just figure, well, what's the point of me even trying? I've been in that place a lot. And my goal, I don't want to share a lot of my personal goals because they're personal to me, but I would love to own a house one day. I actually want to build a house. I don't want to buy a pre-existing house. I even have I have a whole Pinterest board of like house ideas for future house. It actually says future house on it. I want to be able to have enough money to give back to charities and help people out and that sort of thing. I want to have enough money to give to my daughter, however much she needs, whenever she needs it. I want to have money to give to friends when they need it. I want to pay off all the bills for my aunt and her house and all of that, and build her a tiny house because that's what she wants. That's goals for me. This is a big one. Fitness goals. Personal health is something that I've struggled with for a long time, and it's only gotten worse over the last few years. 2016, I was in the middle of the year. I was a trainer at a kickboxing gym. I was in the best shape I'd ever been in my entire life. 238 pounds, just felt fantastic. Had super high energy. Was in great physical shape, and then I got out of that and started business and got into a relationship that stressed me the hell out, and it was like up and down with everything. I was up and down with business. I was up and down with relationships, with just life in general. And I tacked on weight. The beginning of 2019, beginning of this year, I weighed in at 306 pounds. And it scares me to share that with you all. But I share it in hopes that you all hear that and see that and know that it's okay to be wherever you are. Like, it fucking sucks that I've gained that much weight in just 3 years. But I'm not content with it. If we go back to yesterday, I'm doing something to change it, right? So I'm working out 3 to 5 times a week, working out with a personal trainer, and it's going great. So that's what I'm doing to change it. So my goal is to lose, and this is super lofty to some people, my goal is to lose 100 pounds in 1 year. That's my goal. My goal is to be under 200 pounds in 1 year. So that's just me telling you all fitness goals. And I hate it. Like, I hate the way I feel, tired and just, I don't buy clothes because none of them fit, and super self-conscious around other people, and I feel like people look at me like I'm not established or trustworthy because I'm overweight, and maybe there's some of you out there that feel the same way, and that's tough because you try to, like, I portray confidence, I think sometimes quite well. Like I said, almost to the point of cockiness. But underneath all that, very, very self-conscious. And that's something that I'm just personally working on for me. And maybe there's some of you out there that are going through the same thing for you. So what is it that you're doing to change? If you've got goals for yourself, and you got to think, like, once again, going back to what do I want my day to look like 1 year from now? Then from that, extrapolate all of the goals that you need to do and the things you need to do to get to that one day. In order for you to have that specific day, what are the different things you need to do in order to achieve that? So that's something that I'm thinking about. That's why very, very soon I will be sitting down and writing out what my one day looks like. And then keeping it somewhere where I can look at it every single day and go back to it. It's also very important. So what is it for you all? Are you not where you want to be in life? And this is not meant to be a motivational thing. This is meant to be a real talk. Be real with yourself. Are you achieving what you want to achieve? Are you at a place in your life that you are happy with? Are there certain things that you want to achieve goal-wise? If so, what is it that you're doing to get there? And if you're not doing anything, don't think that you need to start really, really big. You don't think, like, when I say I want to lose 100 pounds, I don't go into the gym every day thinking I need to lose 100 pounds. I go into the gym every day thinking I just need to make it through this workout. I cannot tell you. I go to this gym with these trainers 3 days a week. It is the hardest workouts I've ever done. And literally every day I go in there, but I have this self-talk with myself before I go, before I even leave the house. Like, I just don't feel like going today. Like, I know it's going to be super hard. I'm not going to be able to make it through the entire workout, and it's going to suck, and I'm going to look terrible. All these other people know what they're doing, and they're so far ahead of me, and they're super in shape, and so I almost like try to talk myself out of it. But I know that once I get to the gym and finish the workout, once I'm done, even though I'm tired as shit, I know that, okay, I got through that workout. Like, that's what I think. Like, I don't think I need to lose 100 pounds. I just think I just need to make it through this one workout. And then I need to make it through this one workout, and this one workout, and this one workout. And those one workouts after one workout after one workout, over time, will get me to 100 pounds lost. It's the same thing in my business right now. I cannot tell you. I'm not going to get into it this one. I think we have a future episode that goes into this question. But I've gotten more no's in the last year, business-wise, than I can even keep track of. Like, I'm literally now actually thinking about going back and trying to remember and going back to all the emails that I've sent out and direct messages and phone calls that I've made and all of that, and making like a spreadsheet of all the people that have told me no, and then the yeses in between there. I can guarantee you I might have gotten one yes. Literally, I'll tell you that 1 month ago, actually it wasn't even 1 month ago, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago was my first yes for business in 7.5 months. Now, I've been doing like small things here and there, but like actual business 2 weeks ago. And I've probably gotten, I'm just guessing here, but it's probably around 200 no's before I got the one yes. If that puts things into perspective for you. So you can't lose sight of your goals because you keep missing the mark every single time. It's tough, and I have to push through it every day, but I don't let the no's every single time. Actually, let me take that back. I'm going to be real with you. Whenever I hear a no, it's very self-defeating. Like, for a split second, I think maybe this isn't going to work. Maybe this business isn't going to work. Maybe I should just do something else. But then almost immediately I say no, because that's not my goal. My goal is to be an entrepreneur, a business owner, to have a successful business, to have this much money in the bank, to be able to give back this much money to communities, to do this and this and this. And I can't get to all of those things if I let the no's get to me. I hope that makes sense. So, that's episode 2. I hope that I've provided some kind of value to you all, and I hope that you are able to answer this for yourself. Be real with yourself. I mean, that's the whole thing about this series is you have to be real with yourself. You have to stop lying to yourself. Same thing for me. I say it just as much to me as I do to you all through this camera. You've got to stop lying about where you are in your life. And be real with what you need to do in order to get past it, to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve. That's just the bottom line. You have to be real with yourself. So, thank you all very much for watching this. Please give me your answers, your comments, your thoughts in the comments below, wherever you're watching this. Or if you just want to personally reach out to me, you can either do it through Facebook or Instagram or my personal email. Thank you all very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.